Hello everyone and welcome. My name is SlamFox and today I wanted to talk to you guys about how to farm Endo in 2020 after the new Steel Path update came out. With this farming technique you're going to be able to make quite a bit of Endo. Usually if you're lucky around 100k Endo. I did about a half hour of this farm and right now I have 44,000, so this farm is really fast, probably the best way to make Endo right now. So we're going to be repeating an old farm, which is the arena farm on Sedna, and we're just going to be doing the Steel Path version of it. Obviously this requires you to have completed quite a fair amount of Steel Path, but right now I'm just going to go over the group composition. I'm running a Necros. We have 2 Necroses total. We have 1 Korra for pilfering Strangle Dome, and for a very tight long duration dome is the goal for Korra. And we have 1 Nidus, which should be max range, max efficiency, and minimum duration. So for the Nidus, you want to be able to just pull them into the dome as fast as you can. And doing this farm, here is a run where I have around 3,000 Endo. This is when we were first getting started. It took us around 3 minutes to get the run. Once you're familiar with everything, you know where to go, you know where the energy pads are, and you know how to defeat the enemies, you can definitely get this run down to around 2 minutes, and you will usually get around 3 to 3.5k Endo with no boosters at all. So this run probably is the fastest Endo grind that you can do right now in 2020. The bonus drop chance of that Steel Path really does help just get twice as much Endo as a normal arena farm. So in normal arena farms, people are looking at 700 Endo per minute, and with this farm you probably will be getting close to 1500 Endo per minute. So again, with a booster you might be getting more closer to like 120,000, but the average player is going to get somewhere between 70 to 120,000 Endo per hour, which is great for maxing out all those primed mods that we've been getting recently. So right here is the grind spot. It's this little doorway. If we keep this doorway open, Nidus can pull every enemy that comes into range right to this spot. There's a little energy pad right here if you need it, if you don't have the desecration mod for your Necros to transform it into HP. And then you just melee. Korra puts down a very small Strangle Dome, and that's it. You just melee. Any weapon with a slash damage proc is good. Right here I'm using the Ignis Wraith with Hunter Munitions, so I am getting some slash procs, but I was doing this just to try to speed things up a little. One of my teammates was against it, but honestly I'm not sure what the best thing to do. Some people say just melee everything, but I thought that maybe getting some viral and slash procs off of Hunter Munitions and a viral build for Ignis Wraith might have made things go a lot faster, just in terms of how many enemies you can kill per minute. So there are a couple little complications to this farm. The very first thing that you're going to have to worry about is its Steel Path, and if you ever lose the CC on the mobs for a second or two, or one of these kind of things happens like a stun or a flash, you probably will die. It's not that big for the mission requirements and usually totally fine. Second big requirement here is, since this is Steel Path, you have to have completed the Steel Path up to this point, which is very far into the Steel Path. It's on Sedna, or if you're lucky you might be able to find somebody to give you a taxi. Third really important thing here is, again, it's Steel Path. These enemies are tanky, and they have an additional modifier on them. So the typical additional modifier that you're going to get is either reduced duration, tougher enemies, or enemy reinforcements, which is the best one. These enemies with a tougher enemies modifier on them are very tough. And if you don't come equipped with a really good weapon, you're not going to be able to kill these enemies. So this farm is definitely more geared towards very high-end players, people MR 15, 18 plus, who have a weapon that they know can pretty much tear through a standard Steel Path enemy that's around level 200 in, 5 or 6 swings. If you aren't using a meta melee build right now, you are going to have trouble killing these enemies. So make sure that when you do build your squads, at least a couple people are running some of the normal meta stuff. Any strong melee weapon with a decent ribbon, good crit, good status chance. I got lucky in this guy, Jono, has a Nikana Zaw plus a ribbon. So right here you can see our results for the mission. we had our one guy just type how much we got, and here is the node. It's on Sedna. It's Vodyanoi. So in that last run, we got around 3k endo. It took us around 3 minutes. And this was a lot closer to the start of our farm. And the more we did it and the more we practiced, basically the better we became at this and the faster it started to go. So if you use everything effectively, you should be able to definitely get 1.5k endo per minute, which should be the fastest endo farm out there right now. So if you need more endo, you need to max out some mods, go ahead and check this one out. I'm just going to leave this second one just to play so you guys can get a feel for things without too much noise or interference. Again, there was that modifier right there, and the modifier is vary per mission. Tougher enemies and enemy reinforcements are pretty neutral modifiers that won't give you any trouble. Tougher enemies, again, they're a little bit harder to kill. Enemy reinforcements is best because a lot of Kavats spawn, and the Kavats have a very good endo drop chance. So if you get enemy reinforcements, that's usually the best one you can get, and usually the most you can get out of one of these farms is if you're really lucky and you get enemy reinforcements, you might be able to pull 4k endo in about 2 minutes. And that's the best that we did. So we're talking 2k endo, and again, no booster, no anything, 120,000 endo per hour right there. So here's the farm. I hope you guys enjoy it. Just get a feel for it. It's pretty easy. It's pretty contained. You know, you just sit around and melee stuff. Keep your Desecrate up. Korra keeps Strangle Dome up. Nidus pulls enemies in, and then we just melee them down, and that's it.